Bold and Beautiful may not be planning deathbed wedding for Taylor/Ridge. October 2, 2024. Bold and Beautiful is skipping the story beat that would bring back a long-gone pot stirrer and make a predictable plot just the opposite. Right now, we can all guess what the Bold and the Beautiful has planned, right? Since Ridge is for the moment not married to Brooke, he will offer to make Taylor's dying wish come true and retie the knot with her before she kicks the bucket. And then she'll live. It's a miracle. And then he'll dump her and run right back to My Logan. Related story. But if the soap would just remember its history, it could tell us a story that's emotionally richer and a whole lot more surprising. How? By bringing back Taylor's first husband, Blake Hayes. If you'll recall, back in the early 1990s, we met the character, an unstable oil baron who was as willing to play dirty as J.R. Ewing ever was. If he returned to L.A. to make amends with his ex, she might be moved by the hard work he has done to change. She might even be tempted to rekindle a romance that she thought was long over. A kiss before dying, that sort of thing. Observing this, Ridge would, as he always does when Taylor is involved with anyone else, grow jealous. He could even grow so jealous that he interrupts her and Blake's remarriage ceremony to suggest that in Taylor's heart, he's the man she really wants by her side in her final days. He'd be right, too. Even after as many times as he's broken that same heart, he's still the one in her mind. However, believing that she'll soon be chilling in a coffin, Taylor elects to give Ridge the gift of closure. She swears that she loves Blake with her whole heart, sends Ridge home to Brooke, and then, yes, even in this version of the story, she survives. But now she's married to a man for whom she cares and yearning for a man she all but worships. How long before the love quadrangle explodes and Ridge cheats on Brooke with Taylor and reawakens Blake's dark side? As an added bonus, were Blake to return, maybe now played by Michael Park, Jack as the world turns, or Kobe Ryan McLaughlin, ex-Shiloh, General Hospital. Bold and Beautiful would have to address the fact that for some reason Steffi named her and Finn's son Hayes after her mother's abusive first husband. It sounds like you're discussing a potential storyline for the Bold and the Beautiful that would shake things up by reviving a long-forgotten character, Blake Hayes, to add complexity to the current Taylor-Ridge dynamic. Instead of a predictable deathbed wedding between Taylor and Ridge, this twist could bring unexpected tension and emotional depth. If you were to dive into this idea, the key beats of the storyline might include Blake's return. Blake Hayes re-enters Taylor's life after decades of absence with the goal of making amends for his past mistakes. This creates a conflict for Taylor, who is nearing what she believes are her final days. Taylor's dilemma. Caught between Ridge, her longtime love, and Blake, her first husband, Taylor faces an internal battle. She considers giving Ridge closure by choosing Blake, but her feelings for Ridge never truly die. Ridge's jealousy. As Ridge watches Taylor and Blake's relationship rekindle, he becomes jealous, leading to a dramatic interruption of their potential marriage. Ridge wants to be the one by Taylor's side during her final moments, even though he's always been back and forth with Brooke. Emotional complexity. In an emotional twist, Taylor decides to stay with Blake, thinking that this will give Ridge peace and allow him to return to Brooke. However, Taylor survives her illness, and the dynamic between the four characters grows increasingly tangled. Steffi's son's name. Blake's return would also force the characters to address why Steffi named her son Hayes, after an abusive figure from Taylor's past. This could add another layer of drama to the storyline. This version of the story would shift the Bold and the Beautiful away from the usual plotlines, allowing for more emotional complexity and dramatic tension. The idea of Michael Park or Kobe Ryan McLaughlin stepping into the role of Blake would also bring a fresh energy to the show. Is this the kind of summary or breakdown you were looking for? This scenario, For the Bold and the Beautiful, offers a fascinating alternative to the predictable storyline of a Ridge/Taylor deathbed wedding. Instead of the expected marriage and Ridge's eventual return to Brooke, the introduction of Blake Hayes adds emotional depth and drama, especially considering his history with Taylor and Ridge's perpetual jealousy. Bringing back Blake as a reformed but still complicated character would allow for richer storytelling. Taylor's struggle between her feelings for her first husband and her unresolved love for Ridge could reignite the classic soap trope of love triangles, but with a fresh twist. The addition of Blake's dark side reawakening adds the perfect amount of suspense to fuel the inevitable explosion between Taylor, Ridge, Brooke, and Blake. It also brings the ironic and uncomfortable layer of Steffi naming her son after a man who had a toxic relationship with her mother. This would certainly stir up drama and create new conflicts for Steffi and Finn, particularly if Blake becomes part of their lives. The casting of Michael Park or Kobe Ryan McLaughlin for Blake is an exciting prospect. Both actors have the intensity to pull off the role, balancing charm and a dark edge that would keep viewers hooked. Ultimately, this version of the storyline would defy audience expectations and lead to a more layered, unpredictable plot arc. It's classic soap opera storytelling with modern twists.